know people that bang on 30 to 40 orders a month, but they don't have a team. Okay, so there's something missing out of this chain. I know some people that recruit 10 people a month, but they don't have any customers. So there's something that's missing out of this chain that I'm going to take you through. There's some people that get customers and team members every single month, but people continually keep leaving and giving up and quitting. So they're always on this build up, drop. So hopefully you'll see some of this stuff and it'll resonate with you and you'll be able to go, yes, I'm doing that. And for each one, ask yourself, what are you doing? I can't tell you what to do. You know, I'll share some of my distinctions and things that I've learned about myself over these last few years, more importantly the last year, and what I've changed this year to make myself better. So, where do I point it there? Oh, I am doing, but down. Oh, there we go. I just meant like, which is it up at that?
It's that one.
Oh, it's down there, right.
Yeah.
Okay, number one, live the mission. Like, we represent a health product. And I got lost with that. I thought I was representing a hangover product, right? A hangover cure. So in 2019, I had a lot of things going on and I stopped being a great representation of our product. We represent a health product, but I wasn't living the mission. Can anyone relate to that a little bit? Maybe in your career where you've just dropped the ball a bit. And it's cool, we're not like perfect. But what we have to keep doing is reminding ourselves to relive the mission, to live the Juice Plus mission, which is inspiring healthy living around the world. Now, no one's saying you've got to be the next Sports Illustrated model, the next Men's Health model, any of that stuff. But you have to be a better version of yourself, not a worse version of yourself. I looked at pictures of myself from Edinburgh, I was like, oh my God. I look like Friar Tuck, right? I was bloated. I wasn't even getting fat. I was just getting pumped up. I was like a little pufferfish. Like, I had a proper hamster cheeks, everything. And I was like, what's happened? I'm a personal trainer. Like, I know how to get fit and healthy, like, very, very quickly. How have I got to this point? And it happens to you. You know, I'm not going to go into my story, but I was in the gym every single day for years and years and years, and I kind of fell out of love with it. As soon as I became a PT, I stopped training as hard as I should have. And then my whole kind of goal was to get away from that. And then I wanted this freedom thing that didn't really serve me. Too much time, what do they say? Like, too much time is the devil's playground. Right? So I then started to make bad choices and not really live this mission. So Edinburgh was like a cut-off point for me. That was my enough is enough moment, and we have them in our lives where we go, you know what, enough is enough. I need to show up as an example, not a warning, right? This is an example of what an incredible business and what an incredible health product we have, not a warning. So you should be getting better health from using our products, not getting worse. Does that make sense? And the more you do that, the better you feel. In 2019, I felt embarrassed talking about the products because someone actually said to me, how can you sell these products? You're not ripped. I was like, well, I am under all these breadcrumbs. There's a couple of pints of Guinness on here I've got to burn off, but there are abs, right? And then someone said to me, I remember doing like 2 buckets of Corona with this guy, and we sat in the sunshine and it was all good. And then he'd had a few beers and he started ripping into me. You know, like lads do. Lads just like take the mickey out of what we do, out of our business. It's all banter and stuff. It's all cool. They're like, look at you, you're representing a health product and you've drank 10 bottles of Corona today. Like, and they're giving me, and I said, well, there's lime in it, so I'm doing a bit. But I was like, you know what, you're right. And I find it so much easier now representing our product because I'm living the mission. Training every single day. I've not drank for like 38 days or whatever. I've done. No, I've lost count. It's irrelevant. But this product works when you work the product. It's not a miracle cure, but when you work the product, it works for you. Would you agree with that? Yeah? So we have to live this mission. I'm not saying you have to train every day. I'm not saying you have to sign up for an Ironman. You have to enroll in the CrossFit Games. You don't have to do any of that, but you need to be moving every single day. You need to be making healthy choices. And then the most important bit is document. Document your journey on social media. Take sweaty selfies. I love sweaty selfies. I think it was Harriet who mentioned before, like the sweaty selfie stuff. I love like looking your absolute worst when you've come out of the gym, taking a picture of your beetroot head and putting it on Facebook, and then people are like, bam, 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 they love it, or on your Instagram stories or whatever. The benefit of that is when they meet you in person, like they're pleasantly surprised how good you look in real life. Oh my God, you look really shit on your pictures, but you look all right in real life. So you cannot lose. You're showing people that you're real, you're authentic. All right, bang your glamorous ones on where you look really good as well, but get the balance right. But document everything that you're doing. You don't know who you're inspiring. I always put on a Monday when I've trained, never miss Mondays. That's like my number one rule. Number one rule when I had my gym was to my clients, never miss a Monday. Because if you miss Monday, the chances are that you'll swerve Tuesday, Wednesday you'll start relaxing, Thursday you'll start thinking about next Monday and you'll go and enjoy the weekend. My clients that always trained on a Monday I guarantee, would start the week with momentum, and they would train Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so on. So never miss Mondays, and I post that all the time. And it was weird, I was getting messages of people saying, oh, thank God that you posted that. You like really motivated me to go and work out today. You really inspired me to train. And I'm just thinking, oh God, here we go. I've got to do another Never Miss Monday post. I bet people are bored of this. And they weren't, they were inspired by it. So you just never know who you're going to inspire by just sharing and documenting your journey. That's all it is. That's all you've got to do. The cool thing is, it works. I am now 14 pounds lighter in body fat. I've lost like half a head size. Hamster cheeks have gone to gerbil cheeks. And you know what? It works. People then start saying to you, you're looking better. What are you doing? Right? Think about it. You look good. What are you using? What program are you on? What's changed? Perfect opportunity to share what you're using. You don't want anyone coming to you saying, oh my God, what's happened to you? You look worse than you did last time I saw you. What are you using? Doesn't really work, does it? You look much worse than last time I saw you. What are you using? Can't really tell you. So you've got to try and be a better version of you every single day. And again, don't put massive pressure on yourself. One day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time, one workout at a time. Not every day when I'm training am I having a 10 out of 10 workout. Some days it's like a 4 out of 10. I might have just gone for a walk for an hour, but at least I'm moving every single day. And then some days you wake up and you're like, you know what, I can go rip like all in today. Just do something every single day. Consistency beats intensity, and make sure you're documenting it. Okay, it's definitely working. I didn't even press it then and it moved on. Okay, the next thing is add value. So make sure you're adding value to your audience. You're posting things that are fun, that are motivational, inspirational. I think it's so easy, like map out your day and then just stick to that schedule. A lot of this stuff is just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I've been doing the same presentation for this business for 10 years. There's a great line, don't change your story, just change your audience. I've been drawing circles, upside down pyramids, lines and crosses for 10 years. Doing the same presentation. Monday night Zoom calls for the last 3 years, every Monday. Same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. But what I try and do is add value every single day. So you could do a gratitude post in the morning, something that you're grateful for. You could do a shake post at 11 o'clock. You could then do a healthy lunch. Then you can do a sweaty selfie. Then you can do something about the team. Then you can do something about your vision, your future, whatever. Close off the evening with a motivational post. And be real. I'm not a social media expert, but I know how to communicate and I know what works. This business hasn't really changed in terms of the mechanics of it. It's just that social media is a tool that allows you to get your message out there. It's always been about relationships. It's always been about community. It's always been about friendships, okay? Friend first, business second. I was friends with Katie before her business really got going. There was a friendship there. You know, when Paula first joined up, it wasn't like, hey, nice to meet you. How many orders have you put on? We created a friendship first. That's how this business works, and the friendships continue throughout the business. So go out there and add value, communicate with people, find out what people want, and I promise you, our products or our business opportunity provide the solution. Okay, let's go again. There we go. Okay, recommend. We are in the business of recommendation. We are not. When people say to me, and I had this the other week, I've been chatting to this personal trainer in Ohio, believe it or not. I mean, what an amazing business, right? You're sat in your kitchen in Bolton and you're chatting to someone about joining your business in Ohio in America. Cool. And she said, it's not sales, is it? I hate sales. How many people have had that before? Yeah, so I always say, no, it's not sales at all, because it's not. Would you say a waiter is a salesperson, or a waitress, or a server if you're in America, whatever word you use? They're not. They're not salespeople. It doesn't say your job will be to sell products. But actually, the waiters and waitresses are the best salespeople in the world. Do you know why? Because they always use that word, recommend. Can I make a recommendation? They've asked you a question. Can I make a recommendation? Yes, go for it. I would really recommend the specials. This beef was flown in this morning from New Zealand. It's amazing. The chef's been preparing all day. Right? They really build up this story, and you're like, oh, I'm meant to be vegan, but go on, I'll have the beef. Right? So what I'm trying to say, guys, is they recommend stuff. And do you know what would really accompany that? Can I make another recommendation? I'd love to recommend our wine. This wine really matches the food that you've ordered. And then what happens, right? Desserts. Who wants a dessert? I'm not going to have a dessert. No desserts, no desserts. Can I recommend the dessert that was freshly made this morning? Oh, go on, I'll have a dessert, right? You've all been there in a restaurant where the waiter or waitress has recommended something to you and you've ordered it. The best one that we ever had, we were in a restaurant and the waiter actually took our order and he disappeared to the kitchen. I don't know whether he did it on purpose, but it was absolute genius what he did. He come running back and he went, sorry. He said, I don't want to put your order through without recommending something first. It's up to you whether you decide to go for it or not. And I was like, okay, go for it. He went, we have these amazing little tasting breads with, like, it's freshly cooked bread with like little quail's eggs and all these different things on there. And you know what, you can order 3, you can order 5. I mean, I'd recommend this one, I'd recommend that one. I was like, all right, we'll have them all, right? We'll have everything. And we ordered it. We didn't even want it. Only went in for a snack. And before you know it, you've ordered loads of stuff. He went away, came back, can I make a recommendation? So that's what you've got to do. Find out what people want. Hey, I've added you to the 10-day kickstart. Can I ask you a quick question? Yeah, go for it. And these are the questions that I ask, by the way, and I teach my guys to ask. These work. First question I ask is, what are your goals? What are your short-term and long-term health goals? Short-term and long-term. So short-term might be, I've got a wedding in 2 months, I need to drop a dress size. My long-term might be, I've got a skin complaint, I've got this, I've got that. I've got to be careful what I say because compliance are in the room. So we don't make any product claims, you know that. So, okay, recommend the capsules and you recommend the other stuff. So that's, you don't say it yet, but it's going on in your mind. So she's mentioned the weight loss, the drop of dress size, so you're thinking straight away maybe complete, you're thinking capsules for energy and skin. These things will start popping into your mind, but don't jump in yet. The next question I ask is, what have you tried before? So what have you tried before? Okay, I've tried Slimming World, I've tried Weight Watchers, I've tried personal training, I've tried this, I've tried that. Right? You've had it before. You've heard it all before, this stuff. Okay, cool. One more question. What is the number one thing, or what is the reason you haven't got results yet? Or what do you struggle with most when it comes to getting results? So 3 questions. Struggle with time, I never have time to make breakfast. Whenever I get hunger pains in the afternoon, I always pull into the garage. All the stuff that we do, right, as human beings. I don't know what to eat for breakfast. Sometimes I don't want to eat what my kids want. The canteen at work only serves, jacket potato and beans. All that kind of stuff. Then, you just go in, can I make a recommendation? ... This is what I use. And then I always say, I use the Complete, which takes care of my macronutrients, which are proteins, your fats, and your carbohydrates. They make an amazing breakfast. By the way, I've started making Complete omelettes. I know some people are going, oh, that's disgusting. Honestly, don't knock it until you've tried it. Complete omelettes, chocolate. It looks like doner kebab meat, but tastes amazing. Chocolate Complete, 3 eggs, cinnamon, sliced up banana, coconut oil, and a handful of walnuts. Unbelievable, guys. Just try it. It is a mind-blowing recipe.
Pancake.
Say again.
It's like a pancake, but really it's an omelette.
Say again.
Yeah, people think it's meant to be savoury, but I love banana omelettes, so I'm all right with it. Give it a whirl. Let me know. Inbox me. Let me know. Send me a picture of your omelette. So guys, I talk about that. I say you can make pancakes with the Complete. I don't actually call it a shake anymore. You can either go with the smoothies or the pancakes. Okay, smoothies or pancakes. And then what happens is, can I recommend something for your micronutrients? So the capsules are superfoods that are the quickest way of getting 30 superfoods into your body. And I always use these 3 key words. I say, do you want to make it simple? Right? Do you want to make it easy? And do you want to make it quick or fast? Do you want to make it simple, easy, and fast? What's simpler than taking a scoop of powder, mixing it with some water, shaking it up, and drinking it? Right? It's pretty simple. You don't need to be Master Chef to do that. What's easier than taking 6 capsules in the morning and flooding your body with raw nutrients every single day? So it's simple, it's easy, and it's quick. It takes literally 30 seconds to make a shake. 2 seconds to take your capsules. So it's simple, easy, and quick. No one goes, I want to start a health program. I want it to be really complicated, really difficult, and take forever. I want to drop a dress size in 10 years, right? No one's into that. They want it easy, they want it fast, they want it super simple. So that's what I say, then you make the recommendations around that. And then our job, guys, is not to sell, it's to help people make the right choices. Help them make the right choices for them. Because let's be honest, people are making the wrong choices everywhere. They're making the wrong choices of what foods they put into their mouth. They're making the wrong choices of what drinks they drink. And then flip it into the business side. They're making the wrong choices of where they put their time and their energy. They're making the wrong choices on where they spend their money. That's why most of the people in the UK are broke. And there's a health epidemic out there. Not through any other reason. It's all choices that have added up over time. Bad choices, bad choices, bad choices, which is fine if you learn from it. So our job is to help people make good choices. I can't afford the product. Can I start mentoring you before you've signed up? Great question to ask. Can I start mentoring you before you've signed up? Yeah, go for it. Can you do me a food diary? Bam, send you a food diary. You're spending £20 a week on food that is making you fat, sick and tired and taking you away from your goal of dropping a dress size. Ah, right, didn't realise that. So you can afford the products. Yeah, but I can't. Yeah, but you just told me that it's really important to you to get these results. Sometimes you're not being pushy, but you've got to be a bit confident, a bit forceful. Have a bit of fun with it. Don't leave it too late. Do you want to leave it another month? And then it's like a month before your holiday instead of 2 months? How long are you going to wait until you get back in the skinny jeans? How long are you going to put up with this eczema that you've got? How long can you continue having this tiredness and this brain fog? So you're not bullying people into ordering, but you're giving them a little bit of a push. Everyone needs a push, right? Think back to your life where someone's give you that little nudge in the right direction. I was that close to not doing my personal trainer job at DW Fitness when I started, because I had to pay £500 a month rent to work at this gym, and I was shitting myself thinking, I'm never going to get 500 quid's worth of clients in my first week to pay my rent. And I was having all these nagging doubts and everything, and I rang up the guy who was trying to sell me on it. I rang up the salesperson and I was honest, and I was like, I'm having all these doubts, will I be able to do it? And he said to me, John, I promise you, if you do everything that I've taught you in the manual, everything that you've learned on the workshop, you will be a successful personal trainer. I'll bet my BMW on it right here, right now. And that was enough for me just to go, you know what, I'm going to do it. So you might have to have that one extra message to just nudge someone over the line. Katie, I know you've tried all these diets in the past. I know you get sick and tired and you're scared of failing and all this stuff, but if you just trust me and you go with this for 120 days, I promise you, if you stick to the plan, you've got me in your corner, I promise you will get results from using this product and this program. Okay, I'll go for it. A lot of the time we get like a no and we just leave it. Who's heard the phrase, don't take no for an answer? Right? But a lot of us do. We just get that no and that's it. We leave so many people in our inbox without just giving them that little nudge over the line. Go back to them on a Monday when they're feeling at the worst. Everyone feels crap on a Monday, right? They do though. Ask them on a Friday. Yeah, life's amazing. I've just had a bottle of Lambrusco. I'm out with the girls, right? Get them on a Monday, oh my God, they've got the beer for you. They're like, oh no, right? Pain points, that's all it is. Help people make good choices, help them make the right decisions for them, and they will thank you for it. I remember talking a girl out of having a tummy tuck. She came to me and she was like, I want personal training sessions, and she said to me, I'm going to do this, and I'm booked in for this operation. I said, can I just ask you how much the operation is costing you? And she said something like 10 grand, and I was like, okay, cool. I said, if you spend 10 grand with me, and you don't need to, by the way, I can transform not only your stomach, your mindset, your eating habits forever, and the way you look, feel, and act about yourself. I helped to make the right decision for her, not to have the operation, to actually train with me 3 times a week. And she totally transformed her life. Now, regardless of whether people have tummy tucks or whatever, that's just an example of helping somebody make the right decision. Because if I said to her, if you have the operation but you don't change your education and your eating habits, then you're only going to go back to where you were. You're not getting healthier having that operation. Yeah, your short-term results are there, but you need to work on your mindset. You need to work on your eating habits. All the stuff that we offer as part of our program is what we're putting out there to people to help them make the right decision for them. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, cool. Next slide, please. Okay, so then you get people on the products. My biggest mistake I ever made in the business with my products, I'll never forget it. I got a phone call off this woman and she was like, I'd never spoken to her apart from when she put her order on. And she went, hiya John, just to let you know, I need to cancel my order. I went, okay, cool. She said, it's absolutely rubbish, that product. Shocking. I can't believe it. Rubbish. Worst product I've ever taken in my life. I said, are you actually using it? She went, no. I went, all right, well, I know we call them magic beans, but they're not that magic that they float out of the tubs and into your stomach, into your mouth. She was like, right, but I don't know how to take them. And I was like, okay. And I got it instantly, there. Whose fault was it that she didn't know how to take the products?
Yes.
Mine, right?
Yeah.
There was no customer follow-up, there was no love of the customer, it was brilliant. She signed up, bam, done. Left her to it. No support group. This was before the support groups and all that stuff, so that's kind of my excuse. It's a bad excuse, but there you go. And I learned from it. I was like, I never rang her to see how she was getting on with the products. We presume that people know how to take these products. We presume that they know how to make a shake. We just presume stuff because it's so natural to us, right? But we should never do that. So you should always have a phone call with people when they've joined up. Anyone can order shakes and capsules from a supermarket. But Tracy, when she goes beep, that's £14, or beep, that's £28, you never hear from her again. Our biggest selling point is the aftercare that you get with this business when you order your products. You're getting added to the support group, you've got me as your mentor, you get the food plans, you get the recipes, everything. I'm there for you step by step. So if your customers are cancelling, it's probably usually down to the fact that the aftercare has not been there. There's an amazing book called Raving Fans. If I could have, I would have bought everyone in this room a copy of it. I would advise you to buy it for yourself and buy it for your team. Raving Fans. I think it's by Kenneth Blanchard. I might be wrong on the author, but it's the best book I've ever read on customer service. Incredible. Little gifts, little competitions. Competition every month for best customer story, and get all the people in your support group to vote on it. All these things that you can be doing to add value. You don't even have to buy them like a big gift. It can just be a nutrition book or a mindset book. Something super simple that shows that you value your customers. You're creating raving fans. If you look after your customers, guys, they will not just become raving fans of Juice Plus the product, they'll become raving fans of you as a person, as a mentor. That's what it's all about, aftercare. Again, going back to my personal training story, because it kind of runs parallel. I had clients that trained with me for 12 weeks. They got the results that they wanted after 12 weeks, but they carried on training with me for 4 years. That's client retention. Carried on training with me for 4 years. Why? Because they were raving fans of me. They were raving fans of the product. They were raving fans of the whole experience. That's what we've got to do with this, is create that community. Who's ever done a team night out for your customers? A team get together for your customers. I mean, what an amazing way of saying, well done guys, you've completed, month 1 of your program. Let's all have a get together. Let's meet up at the juice bar. Let's meet for a coffee. A team get together with your customers is so powerful. Think about that in a conversion rate to the business. You're going to get an opportunity to share stories. People are going to get to meet each other. Who's heard the phrase, it's so good to put a face to a name. So good to meet you in person. We do it all the time in the business, but imagine doing it with your customers. Or a weekly Zoom call with your customers only, where they can dive on there, ask questions, get to know each other. Then you meet up with your customers in person. So powerful. Some of my best distributors came from my customer night out that I did back in 2014. We all went out on a Friday night, all the customers came together. Some were part of my boot camp, some were Juice Plus customers. Guess what happened? The Juice Plus customers talked to my boot camp customers about Juice Plus, and my boot camp customers talked to my Juice Plus customers about my boot camp. Ka-ching. I think about it. They were my best salespeople. I didn't need to preach. It was already done for me. Okay, next slide is the perfect. So it moves on perfectly into ask for referrals. If someone's had a bad experience on the product, you cannot ask for a referral. Right? The girl who rang me and said, I'm not using the product, I'm really unhappy with it. I couldn't go, I know you want to cancel, but 5 people that want to order. It's not going to work. Right? Happy customers breed happy customers. Hey Tracy, just checking in. How you doing? Great. How are the results so far? Have you tried the new recipe? By the way, did you get on the live that I did? Yeah, I'm loving the journey. Oh, by the way, do you know anybody else that will be interested in doing the challenge with us next month? Do you know anybody else that would like the same results as you? Who do you know in your office that would be interested in joining our next program? That's all it is. Asking for referrals, but we never ask for referrals. We're waiting for people to come to us all the time. Because we assume, because we've posted someone's results, that people are going to come to you straight away. They're not. You have to go and get them. Well, I call it building your business like a hunter. Literally going out there headhunting people, headhunting customers, headhunting team members, and building your business like a farmer, planting seeds every day, nurturing the seeds, growing your crops, right? You've got to do both. This is why it's called don't break the chain. If these things aren't working, if you ain't doing these things, then you're not going to get the results that you want. If you've got loads of orders but you're not asking for referrals, you're probably missing out on tripling your volume. The girls that are getting 30, 40 orders a month, I guarantee they're asking for referrals. I guarantee it. One of the girls that I'm working with closely at the minute, she was on the leaderboard this month, I think 27 orders. Always gets referrals. Why? Because she's always asking for referrals. So get good at asking for referrals. Who do you know who? Next one is, okay, when you've got people that are joining, that are getting referrals, they can come back to you with, and an easy way of doing this referral thing is, I would just make it easy for your people. So I would say, put me in a group chat with all the girls that are interested. So just put me in a group chat on Facebook with the girls that are interested. So Sarah, who's your customer, then puts you in a group chat with her cousin who's interested, a work colleague who's interested, and one of the school mums. So you're in a group chat with 3 or 4 other people. Then it's on you to do what you do best. Hey girls, great to meet you. Just thought I'd tell you about the product. Sarah said you were interested. Let me know if you've got any questions. The program starts this day, whatever. These are the products, this is what they've done for me. Let me add you into the testimonial groups. And then add them as friends and start your individual dialogue. Now you can go back to Sarah and say, hey, do you know what? Before I put these orders through, have you ever thought about joining the team? I guarantee most people in your customer group have thought about joining your team. Have you ever thought about joining the team? Well, I have done actually, yeah. Well, all it is, these orders, you're kind of doing what I do already, but you're not getting paid yet. You're doing what I do already, but you're not getting paid yet. All right. See, those 3 orders that you've just given me would actually pay for your sign-up fee and part of your product next month. And again, another great thing with this new bonus is, I say this, find me 3 and join for free. If you find me 3 customers, then you can join the business for free because you've hit Partner Plus already, pretty much. Find me 3 and join for free. So when you're asking for your referrals and you're getting this stuff, then you introduce the team. Do you know what you're posting? Hey, I just want to message you to say well done. You know what you're posting every day. You're showing up with your shake pictures, your sweaty selfies. You're really inspiring the team. You know the guys in the group. Like you're kind of already a team member, but you've not joined yet. Who's got people that are really, really active in their support groups, like posting, commenting, liking, they're the people to go and speak to. Go and ask. It's only a question. If you don't ask, you don't get. You know what? The time is just not right for me. At least you planted the seed later on down the line. Kids have gone to school now, they're a little bit older, bam, I'm interested in joining. They'd be thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. Who's heard of Lauren Slocum? She's one of the top earners in America. She was thinking about it for 10 years. But Jeff Roberti, he's our #1 earner for a reason. He just kept dripping and dripping and dripping. I've just brought in a girl in Norway, a personal trainer who I've been talking to for 2.5 years on Facebook. 2.5 years, back and forth, liking posts, commenting underneath, dropping a little message here and there, happy Christmas, love what you're up to, how's things? And it just so happened, and I always believe that the universe has your back when you open up your mindset to what you really want. When you focus on success, success will come to you. When you focus on negativity, you'll get more negativity. I just started this year, I wanted to focus on success, and I think it was like the 13th of January or 14th of Jan. I saw on Instagram, I was in Tenerife, and I saw that the lady that I've been chatting to did a post about being in Tenerife. My message was like, oh my God, you're in Tenerife, I'm in Tenerife, we've been chatting to each other for 2 years, maybe this is the chance where we get to meet in person. She was like, yes, I'm staying at this hotel 15 minutes away. She was running a fitness retreat there. She said, I've literally got an hour and then I'm busy, and I was flying home the next day. The John Holowati of 2019 would not have been in the zone to go to that meeting. I'd have probably been sat in a bar, burning my shoulders in the sun, drinking a bottle of Corona. I'd literally just come out of the gym. I was hot, sweaty. I was like, right, I can get to that hotel in 15 minutes. I ran down to the taxi rank, jumped in a taxi, taken to that hotel, bam, went and met her. We had a coffee, we hit it off. I asked what her goals were for her business, identical to where I was when I joined up. She was like, I'm in, signed up, product ordered, away we go, the journey starts. Let's go and build a massive business in Norway. All through being part of this chain, living the mission. What a cool thing. I was like, sorry I stink of BO, but I've just come out of the gym. That's better than saying, sorry I stink of beer because I've just come out of the pub. Right? Living the mission. Oh, you represent a health product and you're living a healthy lifestyle. So my advice, guys, is keep going back to these things, and if you've written down each one, they all relate to each other, because if you're not living the mission, then how can you inspire someone to join your team? But when you do that and you're doing all this stuff, it's like the universe aligns for it. It's like the stars align and things just start happening, and you become a magnet and you start attracting people to what you're doing. The amount of trainers that I'm speaking to at the minute, and I was just chatting to Danielle before, and the easiest way, I said, like, the easiest way to recognize who you want to support or who you want to work with is remember who you were before you started taking the product. Go and find those people on your social media. Remember, because you've got the most relatable story to them. Remember who you were before you started taking the product. So who was I? I didn't have a weight loss story. I was burnt out. That's why I started taking the capsules. Basically, I was burnt out and I was not eating fruit and vegetables. So where do I find people that are burnt out and not eating fruit and vegetables? So I need to go find them for my product orders. My business story before I joined the business was I was sick and tired of working 18-hour days and working weekends, having no structure. So I go and find people that are in the same boat, usually personal trainers. So my whole angle this year is I'm just going to go and work with fitness professionals. So figure out what your story was before you joined the business. Go find them people. You're going to relate to them so much because you're going to be able to say, I know how you feel. I was the same, but then I joined this business and I started to build my new future. When I spoke to that personal trainer the other day in Ohio, I was like, wow, your story's so similar to mine, but this is what I did. This is what I changed. Let me give you the roadmap. Let me give you the blueprint on how I did it. So go figure out who you were before you joined, and then go find those people, where do they hang out, and then bring them into your business. Okay. You need to find out their why. I break this down, and I've only started doing this year. I mean, I've been in the business 10 years, and you just learn new things all the time, but especially with this new bonus plan, I literally break the compensation plan down into 3 things. So go your first position, like from partner plus up to sales coordinator, kind of covers your product journey, yeah? The expense of your product journey. So if you're around those positions in the business, you can pay for your products every month, your product's covered, maybe your gym membership's covered, maybe your healthy eating, food, shopping bill, that's covered. So that's your like health, that's the health journey part of your of the marketing plan for you, up to sales coordinator. Then, so I say like, what's your why? What do you want to cover? Well, I'm just happy to like pay for my own products. It covers my gym membership and my healthy shopping bill. Okay, perfect. Do you want any more than that? No, not really. Like that's fine. Perfect. Our job is to help people get what they want, not tell them that they need something more. There's nothing worse than being pushed in this business when you don't want to be pushed. Who'd agree with that? Yeah. Right? We didn't sign up for. I signed up for no boss. No one tells me what to do. Trust me. Nobody. I do what I want to do. It's my business. So if I want to go to an event, I go because I want to go. Matthias has never rang me and said, John, you better be there, son. I'm going to kick your ass if you're not, right? He's never said that. He said, oh, I'd love you to be at this, or can you come to this, right? We're independent. So your team are independent. So you need to find out what your team want and you help them get it. It's all right to have honest conversations. If people are saying, well, I want this, and then you go, but are you doing that? Well, no, that's why you've not got this. You can't have you cannot replace your income from your current job with this business if you're not prepared to put the same hours in that you would in your current job, right?
Yes.
So it's not, and that's where this industry gets a bad reputation, because people are promising get loads of things for doing nothing. It's the biggest beach money, or this myth, is the biggest mistake I ever made in my career, was kind of preaching this beach money thing. Because when people go to the beach, they stop working. This isn't, you're always working in this business because it's a lifestyle business. You're always doing something every single day. Yeah, you can go and enjoy the beach and be on your phone and stuff like that, but you're always working, right? You're always building your business because it's your lifestyle and you love it. Of course, you can take a couple of months off and go traveling and do all that kind of stuff, but it's a continual thing that you always do. So that's the first part of the thing. Find out what they want, find out their why. The next thing might be, so I always say, like, from sales coordinator probably up to QNMD. This is like your holiday money. You can have an extra 2 or 3 holidays a year. It may cover your mortgage, it may cover your rent, it may pay your car every single month. So that's that angle, and that was where I was at. My first sales coordinator money up to that was like my product, my gym membership, all that kind of stuff. And then it was like, right, I want to get a car now. I want to get, and I'll never forget speaking to Alex. I was so nervous about getting this car, and I had a white Mercedes convertible on my vision board for ages. And I was like, should I get it? And I could afford it, and it had been on my vision board. And I remember my mum going to me like, why would you get a convertible when you live in Bolton? It rains all the time. I was like, trust me, Mum, I've made a little deal with God, and He's promised me a heat wave when I get this car. And we talk about negativity and dealing with all that stuff. And Alex was like, just get the car, see what happens to your business. Just go get the car. And I got the car, and I was QNMD at the time, just on the verge of NMD. And I went and got the car, and this neg ferret that had been like trolling me on social media. I'll never forget this day. Karma's so cool. And I was driving in this Mercedes, tunes were on full blast, tops down, sun shining, and I see him stood at the bus stop. And I was like, yes, here's my chance. So I pulled in and I was like, hey, get in, are you going to the gym? He's like, yeah, I'm going to David Lloyd. Yeah, no worries, I'm going as well. So we drove down there, and he was like, wow, this car's amazing. Like, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. You're not still doing that Juice Plus shit, are you? I was like, yeah, you're sat in it. Right? So that's the amazing thing about the business. So you get to that position, and that is where you can start to cover lifestyle, really cool lifestyle expenses. By the way, if you've listened to Jim Rohn, Building Your Network Marketing Business, and I would advise everyone to listen to it, he talks about the power of your part-time story. Your part-time story is so powerful. You're going on all these holidays. Yeah, it's my part-time business. What's that? You've just bought a brand new Mercedes. Yeah, it's my part-time business. What's that? People want to know. The power of this part-time business is incredible, guys. So some people make the mistake, I think, of going full-time with this business too soon, because the magic and the power of that part-time story. And I don't know, it's almost like when you're really busy, you always get stuff done. My transition was difficult when I went full-time. It was like, I've got all this time on my hands. I don't seem to be getting as much done. But when I was super busy and I only had a couple of hours in the day to do my JP business, I was making sure that it was done. So the power of part-time. And then the next phase of bonuses, you've got NMD, IMD, EMD, PMD, PMD Plus. That's where you can buy a house. Who was on Monday night's call with Carly? Oh, what an amazing story. Somebody who was in this room about 2 hours ago, a real life person who's hit every single bonus in this company and been able to buy a house in cash because the mortgage company won't give her a mortgage. Who's ever tried getting a mortgage, by the way? They're absolute dickheads. I mean, it's so hard to get a mortgage, right? And especially with our business, they're like, never heard of it, not interested in giving you a mortgage. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I said it. Right? So I love that story in so many ways. Number one, she was able to get the house of her dreams, but she was also able to do that to people that didn't want to believe in her, that didn't want to give her a chance to better herself. We're not willing to help you. It's a little bit like these people that are like, they're on tax credits and things like that from the government, and then the government are going, well, if you start building a part-time income, then we're going to stop your stuff. Well, hang on a minute, I'm trying to better myself so I come off this thing. So I love this battle against the society of trying to suppress people into staying where they are. We should be elevating people, and that's what we do in this business. We're bringing them up to get out of that stuff. So I love that story. And there's so many of the girls in our business that have built incredible businesses to get out of the situation that they're in, to buy a house in cash. They can't believe it. Like, where have you got all this money from? Juice Plus business. Insane. Okay, next one. Keep it very, very simple. One position at a time. There is nothing worse, in my opinion, than when you get a new team member and they want to know how to get to PMD when they've not even put their own order on yet. It kills me. I'm like, no, don't ask, because I'm not going to tell you. Just get your own order on and let's get you to Partner Plus. Who's seen Russian dolls? You know where you get the little Russian doll and then you've got another one, then another one, then another one, then another one, then another one. That's how I build my business. So the new girl that I brought to the event today, I said, look, I'm going to keep it really simple. We're going to get you to Partner Plus. As soon as you've got to Partner Plus, I'll then tell you how to get to the next position, Senior Partner. As soon as you've got to Senior Partner, I'm going to tell you how to get to Sales Coordinator. As soon as we've got to Sales Coordinator, guess what I'm going to tell you how to get to? QSSC. You don't build a roof before you've built the walls. Does that make sense? Because you waste so much time learning stuff that you don't need to know. Someone said to me in my team the other week, they were like, I need to know how to get to QSSC. I was like, no, you don't. You've not put an order on since October. What you need to learn is how to put orders on. You need to learn how to get 5 customers a month. Once you've got 5 customers every month, if you just get good at 2 things, guys, right, it's really simple, this business. If you get good at bringing customers in every single month, get really good at bringing customers in. If you cannot bring customers in, guess what you can't do? Teach someone else how to do it. So you need to get good at, job number 1 is get good at building a retail business. Aim to have around about 20 to 30 active customers a year coming into your business. Some will drop off, but you keep topping it up, and the majority will stay on. Then you can start teaching that to other people. Then what you need to do is start bringing in team members. You get good at bringing in customers, you get good at bringing in team members, you get good at teaching them to do 1 and 2. And that is all we do over and over and over and over and over again. I'm going for PMD Plus, right? Hand on my heart, I don't even know what volume you need for PMD Plus. I swear to God, I have no idea what I need for PMD Plus. All I know is if I keep doing calls, if I keep doing events, if I keep bringing new team members in, if I keep bringing new customers in, if I keep teaching to teach, then I don't need to worry about the numbers. I don't know how a plane even gets off the ground, but I'll sit on one tomorrow. You don't need to know how your car works, but you just get in and turn the engine and drive it home tonight. You're not going to be worrying about the catalytic converter or whatever it's called. It's the same with this business. Yes, you need your targets, but keep it really simple. 1 position at a time and have a goal to go to. Does that make sense?
It does.
Two people, right? Both want to lose weight. One goes, you know what? I'm going to go and get a pair of trainers and I'm going to start running for 20 minutes a day. The other guy goes, you know what? I'm going to go and get a book on nutrition, a book on running, a book on the best trainers to buy. Person number 1 loses weight after 12 weeks. The other person has read 3 books in 12 weeks but not lost any weight. Action beats information every single time, guys. Action beats information. Okay, final one, I think. Community and inclusion. Someone said this before, like the community is so important. It's one of our values as a company. Another major breakthrough that I had with this business is we're in the bar here after an event, and somebody said to me, do you know what, John, I would pay £58 a month just to be part of this club. I thought, wow. It was like, boom, that is unbelievable. That resonated so much. I said, I knew what he meant, but I wanted him to elaborate a little bit. I was like, what do you mean? He went, every time I come to these events, I get inspired. Every time I come to these events, I have loads of fun. Every time I come to these events, I see my friends. I pay £58 a month. I love the product, and I'll always take it, but I pay £58 a month to be part of this community. Don't know what that noise is. This might be the end of the world. Forget what I just said, go and have a good time. Inclusion as well. This is something that I don't think it's not part of our values, but I think it should be. Like, this is a business. Like, have a look around you. There's so many people from different countries, different backgrounds, different races, different religions. I love that. It's like one amazing curry with loads of different ingredients in it. My team in Denmark, Mona, her business is incredible. She's got people from Denmark, people from Germany, people from the Cameroon. It's just mind-blowing, like all these crazy, cool, amazing stories of different people from all over the world. I love that about our business. Like, anyone's welcome to be a part of what we're doing, regardless of where you're from, what you do. And I think you need to have that in your business. When you're building your community, building your tribe, you need to have that inclusivity. Yes, I said it right. Where anyone's welcome. You know what? It's the best thing you will ever do, and you will learn so much from getting to know the people as well. That's the glue between everything. And finally, what I will say is meetings create momentum. Someone said that to me once. The meetings create momentum. Meetings create momentum. Zooms are amazing, right? It was so cool the other night. I remember 6 years ago before Zoom, I used to drive up and down the UK. I would do an event here on a Monday night. I would go then drive over to Liverpool, do an event on Tuesday, drive to Birmingham, do an event on the Wednesday. I end up in Essex on a Thursday. And then on Friday, I would be with Scott Henley in Bournemouth doing an event there. And then Saturday, sometimes London, sometimes drive all the way home. Night after night after night after night, doing these meetings. Then Zoom calls came around. And last week we did the Zoom call and there was like 600 people on, sat in my kitchen, 600 people on a call, 150 people on the opportunity call, 100 people on the product call. By the way, Dr. Sue Bates is in the room if you want to go and ask her any questions. She did an amazing job. Who was on that call, by the way? Yeah, just give it up for Sue, actually. She did a great job. But there is nothing like a real life meeting. So if you're doing the calls but you're not doing the meetings, this is a bit where there's a break in the chain. You can only create so much community online. The majority of community and inclusion is built offline. So if you're not doing coffee clubs on a Tuesday, if you're not doing wine and wellness nights, if you're not doing a team monthly, go out and have a good laugh, like get together once a month with your team. Sometimes you need a meeting, sometimes a meeting needs you. That was one of Shay's lines. Sometimes you need a meeting, sometimes a meeting needs you. Who needed this meeting today to get re-fired up, right? Cool. Some people didn't need the meeting today, but the meeting needed you. You needed to be here. You probably just dropped a little bit of inspiration, whether it's your story, whether it's a comment in the toilets, whatever. It might just be one thing where you've locked arms with someone and this meeting needed you today. If you keep coming to the meetings, you'll always stay close to the fire, but you can't expect people to stay close to your fire if your fire isn't turned on. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you need to be getting together with your team every month. Get together with your customers if you can. Coffee club every week. Sophie in Australia, her business is flying because she does a weekly coffee club. I think she's been doing it for the last 4 years. Every week. Sometimes 2 people turn up, sometimes 10 people turn up, sometimes 30 people turn up. But she just keeps going consistent. That's how you build community and culture. Okay, next one. Is the one. Okay, work with the workers. I think we're getting towards the end. Am I all right for time? Yeah, perfect. Work with the workers. Who's carried someone on their back in this business? And you're like, get off my back. Right? You can carry one on your back at a push, but you cannot carry 2. I heard it before and I was like, yeah, I know what he means now. I've tried to carry 10 people on my back and I've nearly broke my legs. Do you know what happens if you try and save somebody that is drowning and they're not swimming with you? They drown you.
Exactly.
So you need to spend your energy with the workers, with the people that are putting the energy. I shouldn't be getting on a phone call to people trying to get them excited about changing their lives. It's their life.
Exactly.
Hey, your kids are going to be disappointed on Christmas Day, not me. I'm not going to be sat around the tree with you. Unless I've gone to the wrong house, right? You're going to be sat there with your kids on Christmas Day going, oh God, this is rubbish. I really wanted to get on more stuff, but I couldn't be arsed. Hurts, right? That's what it boils down to. I really wanted to get you something amazing this Christmas, but I couldn't be arsed. I know in your head you're thinking, yeah, but I could be arsed. But in the short term, you couldn't be bothered to get up a little bit earlier. You couldn't be bothered to go to the meeting. You couldn't be bothered to get on the Zoom call. You couldn't be bothered to speak to the people. You couldn't be bothered to get a no. So ultimately, you're in the place where you're at because of your actions and your decisions. No one else's. Own it. Right? I was a bloated pufferfish in 2019 because of me. Nobody else. Right? Nobody was going, here John, just open wide and pouring drinks into me or feeding me with stuff or telling me not to go to the gym. It was me. I had to own it and go, if I want to change it, then it's up to me to change it. No one is going to do it for me. So I only work with 5 or 6 key people at a time. I spend 80% of my energy with 20% of my team. So if you've got 10 team members, you should be spending 80% of your time with your 2 players. The 2 people that really want to run with it. The 2 people that are really, really excited. Take them to NMD, then set them free. Swim Nemo, off you go, right? I'll be here if you need me. You know where I am, but the ocean is yours. Off you go with your little flipper, right? And they know where you are. And Paula's an NMD, right? She knows where I am. She can ring me anytime. But she doesn't need me as she did when she first started. But what we try and do as human beings, and it's a beautiful thing that we have in our heart, we try and feed the weak chickens, when really we should be working with the strong chickens. I don't know if you've, I'm not going to go into this, but I watched this program on Nature, a Spring Watch it was, I think, or something like that. And there was an owl, and it couldn't get any food. And there were 2 chicks, and it had a stronger chick and a really weak, feeble chick. And this is nature for you. You can learn a lot about nature. And the owl couldn't get any food. There was literally no food anywhere. And they were filming it and everything that happened. And they said, guys, please turn off this now. It may get disturbing if you're easily upset. If you've got kids watching this, please don't, chuck them out the room, basically. And he went on to do the commentary and he said, this bird's chicks are starving to death. There's no food. The frost is so cold that they can't get into the ground to get the worms out or whatever, or the worms have gone on holiday. Something, they disappeared. So the owl had to kill the weakest chick to feed it to the strongest chick. That in nature is spending 80% of your time with 20% of your leaders. I'm not saying go out there and feed your team to each other, by the way, right? But what I mean is we spend our time, we're always trying to help the ones that don't want to help themselves. You're spending your time trying to save people that don't want to swim. Put your time and energy into your strongest team members and your business will grow and grow and grow and grow. How do you know who the workers are? They're messaging you first thing in the morning. I want a call. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Can you speak to that person? Can you come to this event? Will you get on the Zoom call? Can I put you in a three-way chat? The ones that aren't the workers aren't doing that. That's all it is. Work with the workers. And then you spend 20% of your time with 80% of your team. I don't know what my team is. I don't know how many active distributors there are. But let's say there's 1,000 new people or roundabout that join my organisation every month. Can I spend my time with 1,000 people every single month? No way. So I spend 20% of my energy training the majority of my team on a Monday night. If you're not on the Zoom call at 8 o'clock, I can't help you. If you're not on the Zoom call at 8:30 with your potentials, I can't help you. If you're not on the Get Started training at 9 p.m, I can't help you. If you're not on the monthly kickoff call, I can't help you. So you need to be plugging into these things so we can train the masses, and you need to do the same thing. Have a weekly call. You go, no one gets on me calls. I guarantee someone will. And just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. You know, I'm working with someone at the minute. She used to have 30 people on a call every week. Then she stopped doing her calls. Guess what happened? The business dropped. It's like, what's missing? You broke the chain. Let's bring the calls back. We brought the calls back. 8 people got on. There's only 8 people on. Hey, you can change the world with 8 people. 8 people is better than 7 people. Let's go. Get the calls going every week, consistent. 8 turns to 10, 10 drops down to 9, 9 goes to 12, 12 goes back down to 11, 11 goes to 18, 18 goes to 15, 15 then goes to 22, 22 drops back down to 17. But you're always growing in this business if you're building. There's no stability, guys. It's either growing or it's falling. There ain't no middle bit. You have to keep building day after day after day after day after day. And if you're not doing calls, then you're breaking the chain because you're not training 80% of your team. And the easiest way I do it is I have coaching calls with my frontline leaders that I'm working with that are not NMD or above. So QSSCs that I'm working with, sales coordinators, senior senior partners. Putting your time and energy into the people that want it. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Next one. Okay, we have an obligation, self-responsibility. I touched on it a minute ago. You are where you are in your body and your health because of your actions. Yeah, who'd agree with that?
Yes.
All right, you are where you are in your financial position and in your Juice Plus business because of your actions. Who'd agree with that? Exactly, right? So you have to own it. And then the other bit is this. You need to have urgency. Alex used to say it all the time. While the thinker is thinking, the prover is proving. While the thinker's thinking, the provers are proving. People keep thinking about it. I'll do it next week. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next month. I'll do it then. I'll do it then. Guess what? You're running out of time. You are running out of time to change your lives. Imagine getting to PMD at 98 years old. Right, I'm really going to go on that life-changing trip now around Bali on your Zimmer. You left it too late. Hey, I'm all for the long journey, of course I am. But urgency, guys. This marketing plan is only going to be there if you grab it. This new marketing plan won't change your business unless you change your business. Again, Carly's a great example, and it's relevant because she was on the call the other night. But she came to me after a meeting like this. She was like, I really want to do a Liverpool event, but I'm scared. I went, imagine if you don't do a Liverpool event, and then you see a flyer for the Liverpool event, and it's somebody that's not in your business, and you go to that Liverpool event, and you stood there, and there's 200 people, and none of them are in your team, and you go, that could have been me. How would you feel? The only reason you didn't do it was either because you couldn't be bothered or you were too scared. Both of those things ain't going to serve you. So she went, you know what, I'm going to do it. I went to her first meeting that she did. I think it was at the Liner Hotel. Was it the most perfect meeting? No, was it? Heck, they never are. But it's better to take some action than zero action. It's your responsibility to change your business, and the quicker you do it. Who's ever done burpees, by the way? Who's ever trained and you've got like, part of the workout's like 10 burpees? And like, they are the worst exercise in the world. I always used to say this to my clients when it was burpees: the quicker they're done, the quicker it's done. Right? The quicker they're done, the quicker it's done. It's the same with this business. This business loves speed. Who's ever tried to ride a bike slowly? Try and ride your bike when you get home tonight. Maybe not tonight, probably doing something else. Try and ride your bike really slowly. What happens? It falls over because there's no momentum, there's no speed. It's the same with this business. Your business loves speed, urgency, momentum, Just keep going and going and going and going and going. And it will create its own life force and its own energy. But it's your responsibility, guys. No one's going to do it for you. We were fortunate enough, some of us in the room, we got this bonus plan in 2013. And I was reflecting on this the other day. I was thinking, we went to work. They didn't just change the bonus plan in January and then it was like, yes, I'm PMD the next month. We had to work the business for month after month after month, consistently. And then we crashed the convention in Nice and sprayed champagne all over the old PMD, all the old NMDs. They were like, who are these crazy English people like spraying champagne everywhere? We literally hijacked it. It was incredible. We run the whole event. We're on the stage. It was only the UK people. Ask any of the older people that have been in the business about that. It was mind-blowing, but it wasn't change the bonuses in January and then February we're all on the stage in Nice. It was month after month after month after month, consistently. And then in October, it went through the roof, that compound effect, yeah? Do you all get that, right? The compound effect. You cannot have the breakthrough if you don't keep working. And I'll be honest with you, I've told you a lot of amazing stuff today. And it's not my stuff, by the way, it's just stuff that I've picked up over the years that I've kind of remixed in my own way. I can't promise you when you're going to get your breakthrough, guys. That's one thing I can't do. I work with people all the time and, you're like, I think I've got one. You don't know until it happens. I can't promise you when your breakthrough is going to come. But I promise you this, if you keep going consistently, you will get the breakthrough. You will get it. But you have to take ownership of that decision and just keep going. Okay, where are we up to? Perfecto. How long have we got left? 5 minutes. All right.